Earthquake.
No, Captain. Battle formations.
South Korea's government is beginning discussions on potentially a shutdown of crypto exchanges. Michael Novogratz has shelved plans to start a crypto hedge fund.
The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No. Be
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! This is where they die! And these shield boys! Remember this day, man, for it will be yours for all time!
Spartans! Lay down your weapons!
Persians! Come and get them! Hold! Give them nothing, but take from them everything! Stay!
Hello guys, welcome again to other live stream. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin, and actually this live stream is going to be very interesting. Why? Because finally Bitcoin is well, actually hit all my targets I set like 1 month ago. If you remember, I said a long time ago, if Bitcoin breaks $47,000, the next level to watch is $59,000 around there, all this area, right? So today we are going to talk about what we are going to do in this case. Well, what I'm doing right now. Okay, now you know, as a trader, you know, like we need to understand what is happening in the market, and now this and how the people in general, all the people, how they are feeling. Now they are calling for 100K, right? So why? Because something is broken here, the previous high. Well, something you should understand is like always when we see this kind of moves breaking for now, this area is something like, instead of thinking to buy for holding, actually it's time for selling. Yeah, the basic rule of trading is when people are too greedy, well, you will start cashing out. When people are feeling fear, they are in panic, is when we are, well, we are getting ready to buy. So you're asking me, you are thinking maybe this is a good time for buy Bitcoin. As a trader I would say no, of course not. I said a long time ago, Bitcoin was here in sideways here, and now it's breaking for now this area, but now people are calling for, okay, let's go for 100K, right? Parabolic move. No, of course not. Why not? Because, well, market makers are like that. Always they want to manipulate the feelings of the people. When people, they are in FOMO, well, you will see the market will reverse. But don't get me wrong, is to buy more. Okay, the market is bullish, yes, but as a trader, I will never buy for holding here. 4 hour, yes, maybe trading, yes. Actually, I am trading this in 4 hour. To be honest, I am in short position right now here, in a swing position, short position, because I am expecting Bitcoin will have a pullback here. Why? In 1 day chart. That means all this move we saw here for almost 2 weeks, since September, yeah, almost 2 weeks. It's almost over. Why? Well, let me show you why. We have here our system, and remember what I told you. Every time when we see bear divergences here, actually in macro time frames, if you don't know what is a bear divergences, it's very easy. You see the price going to the upside, yeah, but the indicator or the momentum is going to the opposite side. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the momentum or the power of the trend or the pulse, it depends of the indicator you are using. Well, there is a bear divergence between the price and the indicator. That means, well, it's the moment to be careful. Okay, so you see here, now we have this one, bear divergence forming. Actually, maybe today, tomorrow, this weekend is gonna be confirmed, and Bitcoin testing the highest resistance right now, $59,000. Between $57,500 to $59,000 is the area I am looking for as a big resistance. And from there, honestly, I'm not expecting Bitcoin is gonna break this in the first pass. I am expecting to see Bitcoin maybe maximum $60,000, and from there, pull back in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, and from there, well, we will see something like this. Okay, if we see always the historical data, okay, remember when we watch the chart in the past is for learning. Okay, studying. Okay, every time when we see this, every time, yeah, in general, the market always has a pullback. You see, even this one actually, yeah, has a pullback, and here, same, a small pullback. Of course, you can see maybe it's a little bit, but actually no, from $48,000 to $4,000 correction. So every time when you see a bear divergences in 1-day chart, especially here, you will see a major correction. Let me show you an example. You have this point and this point, and you have this point and this point. The pullback was 30%. You see? I am not saying Bitcoin is going to do the same thing. Just based on my experience, based on my system, of course, I am very careful right now. Why? Because all the newbies, all the people, they have no idea what they are doing in the markets. Let's buy, because this time to the moon, right? The YouTuber said 100K, right? No, it's not like that. Of course, I honestly, well, first I'm talking about what I'm looking right now, and after that I'm gonna tell you what is my expectation based on this price action by the end of the year. Okay, so as you can see here, we have this bear divergence forming. Actually, it's almost confirmed. Yesterday, actually, I was expecting maybe $58,000 will be the confirmation. Actually, we will have the confirmation. And something very concerning here is the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is even more concerning. Why? Because every time when Bitcoin is going to the upside, look at this. Bear divergence. We have 1, 2, 3, and potentially the last one. And from there, we will have a pullback, actually nasty pullback, maybe maybe $56,000 or even lower. Maybe it'll happen. Of course, we need to see. Actually, I think in this weekend we will see something like this. So, based on this, I will say if you are thinking to buy Bitcoin because you heard someone else say to you Bitcoin is going to reach 100K in December, maybe it's right, but we are trying to find the best price, right, to buy. So this is not the best price. Actually, this is the worst price. I don't care if Bitcoin goes to the upside right now, even more. I don't care. Why? Because I am not greedy. So this is more about emotions. This is about emotion, as I said. I call this a move almost 1 month ago when I said if Bitcoin breaks $47,000 around there, and we saw the signal here. We will see the next area is $59,000, right? And after 2 weeks, what happened? Yeah. So I'm not saying I am right, of course not. Actually, I took a loss here in this short position here. Yeah, I took a loss, and after that, I went long here. I closed my long position around $55,000. And now I am actually in short positions right now. I have one short position at $57,600, and the second one is at $59,000, and I'm going to add other one maybe at $60,000 around there. Of course, why? Because I am telling you I am expecting this a pullback. Of course, please, this is not a financial advice. Please don't do this kind of things because, as I said, I am not a financial advisor. Just I'm telling you what I'm doing right now based on this. And also, I want to show you something very interesting. Today chart, we have the same setup. Okay, potential bear divergence forming. Okay, 3-day chart, same thing. But keep in mind, 2 and 3-day chart is for maybe at least 2 months. Okay, December. I'm telling you December. So what I'm going to do right now? Okay, perfect. Now I finish my technical analysis in short term, 4 hour. In the next 24 hours, I'm expecting Bitcoin maybe will hit maybe maximum $60,000 around there, and after that maybe we'll see a pullback around here because people will enter here. Oh yeah, to the moon, right? Now people are thinking, oh my God, the previous high is broken. 56,600. My God, it's broken. Let's buy right now. Let's buy, right? Why they want to buy here? Why they didn't buy here, or why they didn't buy here? Okay, so think about this. Okay, this is about psychology. It's not about trading. Why you want to buy something like is testing the previous high, and you didn't want to buy here or here. Okay, so, but well, there are many people like that. That's why. Well, as I said, trading is the art of stealing money to other people, legally speaking. Well, not in the crypto, but at least in the stock market. So, okay, now let's talk about my expectation for December actually, because now is October 15 in 2 months. What I'm expecting for Bitcoin? Okay, first of all, next year, of course, I am expecting to see a bear market. Yeah. Usually is February, around there. Why? Is very simple. We are gonna talk about weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart, as you can see, my God, super bullish, right? Yes, but as investor, in weekly chart, you buy the MA55, as I said many times here, and you will sell the previous high. Okay. Also, you see the system. We will have something like this, a bear divergence forming here, maybe in December. Maybe Bitcoin will 7,000, 80,000, whatever. We will see maybe a higher high in the price and beautiful, wonderful bear divergence in weekly chart. And in this moment, guys, is where game over. Game over for all the altcoins, all the cryptocurrencies, and we will see a major correction in weekly chart. That means at least 1 year of bear market. So I want to tell you something. In 2017 was the best moment to buy altcoins in the last push. Many altcoins will have a massive rally, maybe starting maybe in November and maybe just in December. So what I'm going to do is, well, actually I'm going to wait for the pullback of Bitcoin here around this area, and when I see the pullback maybe around $50,000, I don't know, when I see the pullback, I will start buying altcoins. Like they have a very good setup in 1-day chart and weekly chart. Why? Because there is a very high probability when Bitcoin breaks in the second test this area, we will see fireworks actually for many altcoins. Okay, and this is gonna be the last move for Bitcoin in this cycle. I hope to be right about this, because if that happened, the last move of Bitcoin here in 2017 went from $6,000 to $20,000. So the last parabolic move was around 200%. Of course, I am expecting something like that, but there is a very high probability by the end of the year we will see something like this. Maybe 1 week or two, the next the next 2 weeks maybe a little bit red, pullback, and maybe something like this. Okay. So Bitcoin is bullish in weekly chart. Is bullish. So the pullback of 1-day chart is gonna be the last opportunity, for my personal opinion, the last opportunity we will have in this bull market to enter again. Yeah. For holding. Let me be clear. For holding. So right now, of course not. Of course not. This is not the area for me. As I said to you, I want to see Bitcoin having a pullback in 1-day chart. It's gonna happen very soon. Of course, I can be wrong. How I can be wrong? It's very easy. Bitcoin just doesn't care. It's like, okay, I don't care. Just I'm going to $50,000, $70,000 right now. I don't think so. And the reason is because the volatility. The volatility, as you can see here, is not always when we want to see massive moves like that. I would like to see the blue colors in the volatility. What does that mean? The volatility is super low. When you see volatility very low in 1-day chart, get ready for a parabolic moves. Yeah. For now, Bitcoin is not having this signature. So let's see if one time frame has the same signature. Of course not. One weekly chart, no. 1-day chart, no. 12-hour chart, no. 4-hour chart, no. As you can see, it's still in red. So when you see this orange red, that means Bitcoin is actually about to reach the top of the move. So as I said, what is going to be my strategy for the next 2 months is easy. In the moment when Bitcoin decides to have the pullback here in the MA55, around maybe I don't know, maybe 53, 50, I don't care, I don't know. When we see this pullback, and of course with the system telling us to go to buy more again, I will enter here in this pullback. And not just here, I will enter in many altcoins. Well, not many, but the strongest one I like, of course with gas at top. And I will my expectation is like Bitcoin will at least maybe will test maybe $75,000, $80,000 by the end of the year, according to this price action. How I can become bearish? Well, first of all, Bitcoin should break $49,000. If Bitcoin breaks this level, this pivot, that means we'll break MA55, and yes, we will see this structure will be destroyed, and we will see a potential reversal. Honestly, I don't think so. Not now. Also, one thing. Usually, I don't do this, but actually it's very important. I think last time I showed you this. It's with classic technical analysis. Let me show you something like I did, like I think 3 years ago. I've been using this trend line. It's the only one I'm using in the macro time frames. If I do this, as you can see here, around here, yeah, this trend line was acting as support since 2012, and after that 2016, 2017, and from there went parabolic, and finally in 2018 broken, and now it's broken again. It's tested in 2014, rejection, and after that other test to $62,000, 63, and rejection. And based on of this, I'm gonna say something very crazy, but in some point I'm expecting Bitcoin to test again this line. So my target for Bitcoin is around $150,000. Should be $150,000 is gonna be like the target I am looking for in the long term for Bitcoin in 2020, 2023, around there. But as you can see here, if Bitcoin one day recovers here, well, Bitcoin is going to do something crazy. Even in this move from here to test this line again is $162,000 around if Bitcoin decides to do it right now. But as I said, it's gonna take time. Okay. Also, this is using just classical technical analysis. I want to show you something else. There are some tools I use personally, internally. I mean, just me. I don't do it on live streams, but there are some charts I like to use. One of them is KG. Here, as you can see here, Bitcoin for first time in the history of this chart since 2011 it was in red, potential downtrend, and now Bitcoin is testing again the resistance. All this area is the resistance. KG is gonna tell us the biggest area of support and resistance in the chart. In weekly chart we have two pivots. We have $20,000, or between $16,000 to 20. Of course, it's massive, the range. And the second one is 3,500, and the second one is 2,800. And here in the top we have $60,000, as you can see here, and the bottom is 42. It's very familiar, right? In one day chart, Bitcoin went to $42,000, bouncing from there, and now it's testing. It's gonna test maybe $60,000 very soon. Actually, maybe today. So, as I said to you, I am not expecting Bitcoin is gonna break this in the first pass. Of course, it's gonna do it. Looks like it's gonna do it, but you can see, you can get your support and resistance if you do something like this in the macro time frames. If you are thinking as investor for weekly chart, you can do this very easy, and you can just move to candles, and you will see what is happening. You see, biggest support, and here this is the area, like after breaking this one went parabolic Bitcoin. And now in one day chart, if we repeat the same thing, we can use Kagi, and look at this. Now when you see green, the Kagi here actually was green here at $45,000. When I said if Bitcoin breaks $47,000, it's gonna enter in uptrend again. And now it's testing again the area, like $59,000 around here, and $57,500. That's why I entered in short position here, because I know this is a key level for Bitcoin. Of course, if Bitcoin breaks right now here, when I'm going to enter, well, in the pullback, as I said, I will never enter in a green candle. And also, I want to show you something else. The monthly chart for Bitcoin, as I said, it is a time to think about like as investors. I know I have some videos talking about this actually on my live streams. Why? Because I want to get ready for the next macro pullback. Usually November, December looks like Bitcoin is gonna close doing new highs. Perfect, totally fine. And next year, usually YouTubers, in this case now TikTokers, they will start calling for insane calls in 2022. 100K, 150K, 200K. They will do this. Actually, they are doing that always, but they will do it more. Why? Because they will say, no, now Bitcoin broke the previous high. But remember, we have something like we need to be very careful. It's the first time I see this on Bitcoin in monthly chart. We have bear divergences from this point to 2017 and the high in 2021 right now. If Bitcoin breaks $55,000, $60,000 right now, breaks by the end of the year, and maybe goes to maybe $80,000, whatever, as you can see here, it's gonna be worse. We will have 1, 2, and potentially something like this, 3 strikes of bear divergence here in monthly chart. You know what does that mean? Well, if Bitcoin, because I know in one day, not now, one day Bitcoin will enter in a bear market, I mean real bear market, monthly bear market, we will see the bear divergence forming here. Well, it's gonna be very bad for all the crypto market. So the only thing I'm telling you right now is be careful about this. If you want to become investor because you are thinking to invest, you are new in the cryptocurrency market, in the cryptocurrency world, and you want to know when is the good timing to buy. Well, now of course not, but in some moment in 2023, around there, or in the middle of 2022, we will see Bitcoin finally having this correction. So historically speaking, every time when you see Bitcoin testing the MA55 in monthly chart, is the best time to start investing. Okay, so you are here because you want to know where is the good timing to invest. I cannot tell you the price exactly, but the only thing I can tell you is I will start investing Bitcoin when Bitcoin finally reverse, crash, and start testing the MA55. Also, don't be scared if you see, for example, Bitcoin breaking for maybe a few days the MA55, is because they want to kill all the people who enter in long position here, something like this. As you can see, it's not exact. Few months Bitcoin was below there and here too, so don't be scared if you see something like this happen. Actually, you must be very happy. If I see something like that, I'm gonna be super happy. I'm gonna start even buying more. But as I said, be careful with this. If you are thinking to invest, well, in some point we will see Bitcoin again having a major correction in the macro time frames. Well, so now, as you can see here, Bitcoin is just $300 of my target. Actually, is 60,000. Actually, all the area I am looking for, it was this one. All this area, okay, around here, between $57,500 to 59, around maximum 60, and from there maybe, I hope so, yeah, because of course I can be wrong, Bitcoin is gonna start something like this. Okay, so be careful. And also that means many altcoins actually they will crash. Okay, I finished my technical analysis for Bitcoin. I think maybe we can discuss about this. If I am right, maybe next week we will see something like this. And also I'm gonna start talking about altcoins. Usually I start with Bitcoin dominance. Remember, Bitcoin dominance, we are tracking Bitcoin dominance carefully because Bitcoin dominance is gonna tell you what is gonna happen with many altcoins. As you can see here, now based on this, Bitcoin dominance is testing the resistance here. Honestly, I'm expecting it's gonna break in some point. I will see 50 level to be tested. But keep in mind, my expectation for Bitcoin dominance is gonna do something like this. Next year we will see a major correction for many altcoins, and I am expecting to see Bitcoin dominance in some point next year, maybe in the next 6 months, around there. Yep. So what does that mean? In general, all the market will start correcting next year. I'm telling you this with a lot of anticipation, based on maybe 3 months or 2 months in advance. Why? Because I know many people, they want to hold. Well, good luck with that, because holding was just 1 year ago, not now. So 1 day chart, as you can see here, yeah, it's an uptrend as long as about MA55. Every time when Bitcoin Bitcoin dominance having a pullback is to what? Going to the upside. As long as MA55 is respected, I am actually looking for reversal for Bitcoin dominance. So let's start with some altcoins. I'm going to start with first of all, let me see one moment. Okay. Before I want to show you something. It's the first time I'm going to talk about this, but I want to show you the Bitcoin CMA futures. You don't know, this exchange is for professional traders. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the same signature here. Very clear. Bear divergences here. And also this chart is actually Bitcoin here right now is testing the 65. Okay, now I got it. We have a gap here. Actually, Bitcoin is filling now the gap. I remember the gap here. I forgot about this gap. $50,000. Yeah, right now. So Bitcoin now is testing the previous high here. As I said before, pay attention of this because they close. They don't trade weekends. That's why I like to watch 5-day chart. Usually when you see weekends sideways for Bitcoin, is because professional traders in CME exchanges, they don't trade. Over time, when you see a price, the Bitcoin moving again with volatility, is because they open the market here. Okay, so we have very. I don't trade gaps, but sometimes they are useful. Gaps, you don't know what is a gap, is the space between, is for example this one, you see there are some gaps here in the price. It's because it's when the market exchange close and they are not trading, and after that when they open after maybe one weekend, the price open in a different price, so there is a gap. So there are some articles actually 100% all the times the gaps are filled. Yeah, so what does that mean? In some point, I cannot tell you when, of course I don't know, but all the gaps we see on Bitcoin, they will get filled. And remember, we have one gap here at $32,000, we have other gap here at $25,000, and we have other gap here around 99,700. When? I have no idea. But the only thing I know is Bitcoin in some point will reverse and will fill that gap. An example, yes, Bitcoin was here, crashed here. In 2019, we had this gap for long time, almost 1 year here. In 2019, August 12, 2019, Bitcoin was in 11,000 and went all the way down to $4,000 after 1 year. And after that, finally hit fill the gap around here. You see this gap, and from that gap, what happened? Crash, correction. Yeah, usually that happens. So I'm not saying Bitcoin is gonna do it right now, of course not. But just keep in mind, you are thinking Bitcoin is not going to see, we will never see that prices again. Well, you are wrong. Because now Bitcoin is at $60,000. From here, very easy, Bitcoin can crash 80%, like in bear markets they do. And let me show you something. $11,000. Okay, I am not saying Bitcoin is gonna do it, but remember, in bear markets, usually the correction of Bitcoin is between 80% and 90% of correction. Let me show you here. Yeah, 70%. This is about example. Let me show you here. Yeah, here it is better. In bear markets, every time when Bitcoin is crashing, from the top to the bottom, 84, 73, 87, 74. Do you get the point? So if you think Bitcoin will never hit that kind of prices again, wait for the bear market. And as I said, be happy, very happy. And actually, in my case, I'm gonna be super happy if I see Bitcoin finally correcting, because what does that mean? We will have more opportunities in the future to, well, to make very good investments. Okay. So okay, never mind. Okay, let's start with altcoins. Okay, please, if you have any request, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna start with, as usual, with Cardano first, and after that, I'm going to I'm gonna check other altcoins. Okay. Why Cardano? Well, Cardano is one of the oldest altcoins in the market. I really like the data, and I can see what is happening. Think about this. Cardano, Bitcoin now is testing the previous high, $60,000. technically almost there, $300 less, and Cardano is not moving. It's very bad, right? Because you are a fan of Cardano or any altcoin, you want to see your altcoin following Bitcoin. Think about it. If Bitcoin is raising up right now, is pumping, but your altcoin is not pumping, now you can imagine what is going to happen when Bitcoin crash. If Bitcoin crash, your altcoin, well, will crash two times more, or 3. So careful with this. This is the setup. Every video I am showing this Cardano. Why? Because this is setup I am looking for Bitcoin. Bear divergence in weekly chart. That's why it's not money. It's not. We don't see higher prices right now. And also the slope, as I said, when the slope is negative here, maybe in the next 2 weeks we will see, well, 1.40. That is my target in the long term for Cardano. As you can see here, this is concerning, right? And many altcoins, they have the same problem. Many of them. Okay, so in 1 day chart, even Cardano cannot break the MA55. You see, this is our pattern, right? To enter. We know here, from here, we are gonna just wait for the signal here, and we can enter maybe thinking, okay, it's consolidating here. Maybe we can buy here around $2, but it's on when we see the indicator is touching almost the 0 line, and in this case Cardano, the asset is not breaking the MA55, the probabilities to go to the downside are higher. So honestly, for my case, I will just take a short position here. I mean, of course, it is my own way. I am not saying please don't do it. Okay. One moment. Let me drink some water because I'm thirsty. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna talk. Yeah, Solana. Actually, Solana is one of the coins I'm following. I am waiting just for Solana because Solana will do very good actually. Solana. Okay, Solana in the 4-hour chart. I said last time, I remember 140, right? What was my target? Yeah, last time. Yeah. Well, happy to see. Yeah. Hit very good, right? And from there I said we will see a bounce. Yeah, nice. Okay, 4-hour. Let me see in 4-hour. 4-hour, yes, we have here. Yep. Okay. Solana is testing the MA55. Of course, if you are trading 4-hour, well, this is the moment to close. That's it. You enter at 140, you close at 155 or 150 around there. In 1 day chart, this is the chart I am looking for. Solana is very clear, it's an uptrend, right? We are an uptrend here with Solana. I will say right now, maybe in the next 2-3 days, if this weekend, even with Bitcoin crashing, because I am expecting this pullback for Bitcoin in the next 2-3 days, maybe this weekend, if Solana is still holding the MA55, even with Bitcoin crashing, let me tell you something. The next move for Solana, what is that? To the moon. Yeah, here it is to the moon. Why? Because even with Solana crashing, with Bitcoin crashing and Solana is holding, and because we know Solana is an uptrend, well, the probabilities to go to the upside are higher. And let me show you something here. We know here, from here, we have 2 scenarios: fall or range, right? Tell me something. Do you think Solana is crashing? From 1 day perspective, of course not. This is just sideways, right? Sideways. In 1 day chart, if you are thinking to buy in 1 day chart, well, this is the moment. Like, okay, let's wait. So why is it 2-3 day chart? Because 2 or 3 days is because I want to see the red cloud here forming, and in the next entry, as long as the MA55 is respected, around here, maybe in the next week or maybe 2 weeks or around there, maybe 3 or 4 days around there, if 1 day chart and MA55 is respected, of course, and 100, even better if 150 is respected, well, Solana will test at least, or 200, will test maybe the previous high, maybe $200 around there. or even higher. Weekly chart, of course not. As investor, I will never buy this. Of course not. As investor, never. Same thing, I'm telling you. Bear divergences here in weekly chart, no thanks. And we have this, of course not. I will become investor in Solana. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be very transparent. In the next bear market, well, I will buy Solana as much as I can. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm honest with you. Yeah. In the next bear market, I'm gonna just follow the system. You know that, right? In this moment, if Solana crash for any reason, $50 will be the entry. But I don't know. Maybe in the next 3 or 4 months, of course, the MA55 is gonna move. Maybe 100. I don't know. That means maybe Solana will go higher. But yeah. So Solana is one coin that I'm looking for. Actually, I am tracking carefully for the next cycle. Okay, let's talk about other altcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is doing something very interesting. Ethereum in weekly chart, as you can see here, is doing something similar as Bitcoin. Is testing the previous high. Yeah. As a trader, investor, you never buy here. Same rule, never. Okay. Why? Because market makers, they know you are newbie and you want to make money yesterday and you want to become millionaire, and one day will do. Okay. They will make you think Ethereum is just is going to zero, right? But no, of course not. Okay. So please be careful with this. If I am trading this in 1 day chart, even 1 day chart, I'm sure, like, yeah, this is the level like I will start looking for selling. $4,000 maximum. This level, actually, this level. Let me see the 1 day chart. How it's looking. We have the same, even a little bit worse for Ethereum. We have 1, 2, 3 strikes. 3 strikes, and we have 1, 2, 3 test. Okay. So be careful with this, because as I said, if you want to buy Ethereum in the long term, wait for the pullback again. But as I said, the market is bullish right now. Okay, it's pullback, just pullbacks, not crash, pullbacks. Even it's looking very nasty. Maybe Bitcoin can crash $10,000 from now, but even with that 10,000, is a pullback, macro pullback. Okay, now Bitcoin is testing finally $60,000. Let me see. One moment. Yeah, $60,000 right now. Okay, so let's talk about other altcoins. Please let me know if you want me to check other altcoins. Let's talk about Link. As I said, many altcoins, they are not, the performance is not very good. Look at this. Bitcoin testing the previous high, $60,000, and Link, nothing, just in sideways. You see? Let me show you here. Well, actually, it's looking not great. Link weekly chart. Well, if in the next 2 weeks Link doesn't go to the upside, if I will hold this coin, I will just cancel my trade here, because in 2 weeks this has a potential to break down. Actually, for me, it looks like Link is gonna. There is a very high probability Link will break the range. Let's talk about Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin. 1 day chart, yeah, was still great. That is the problem. Many altcoins, they are not following Bitcoin. Every time when I see this, when I see just Bitcoin doing something like this, testing the new high or testing previous high, altcoins, they are not following Bitcoin, for me, is very concerning. I want to see all the market moving in one direction. but many altcoins, they are not looking like this, right? Here was amazing, but look at this. This is a choppy market. So let me see weekly chart. Weekly chart. Same. As long as below $200, more sideways, a potential breakdown. Because let me show you the same thing as the other coin. It's almost testing the zero line. If you see this in the zero line and it's not breaking 200 this week or next one, well, other test maybe 145 around there, even lower. Okay, let's talk about Matic. Matic actually is one of the coins I was looking for. Maybe 150 is gonna be the max target I am looking for, but no more than that. Because as I said, many altcoins, they are not strong enough. I don't see something amazing, of course not. Weekly charting sideways, technically speaking, is in uptrend, yes, but I will wait maybe 1 month doing something like this, and after that, it depends. I will start thinking to buy as investor Matic. Okay, Neo is looking bad in weekly chart, as you can see here. It's looking bad. Every time when you see the indicator testing the zero line and the price is struggling in MA55, there is a very high probability it's gonna get rejection. You will see a rejection. 1 day chart, same thing as you can see here. Yeah, this is to the downside. For Neo, actually the next pullback of Bitcoin is gonna be very bad. And look at this, many altcoins, they are start correcting. Interesting, right? Interesting. You know, this is looking more like 2017. When Bitcoin started pumping, just the top 10 altcoins, they were following Bitcoin. But in general, the rest of the market, they crash. Yeah. So be careful with your picks, your altcoins you are choosing for holding in the next 2 months. Because your altcoin is not strong enough, you will get wrecked. Okay, be careful with this. Kusama, let me see, same thing. You see, sideways action. The indicator is almost testing zero line, but it's not moning. Actually, the momentum is losing here. Any correction of Bitcoin to the downside. Careful. Okay, let's talk about a dot. That dot actually is something. Actually, this is something like I was expecting to see for many altcoins, as you can see here. Testing the MA55, and after that, testing the previous side. Of course, here we never buy, never. Here, no. If you want to buy, okay, do it, but not me. No. If you want to buy this, is because you want to see the pullback again here. Okay, something like this. Yeah, but never. I would never buy here. Let me show you here 1 day chart. We have here bear divergences here potentially forming. Yes. Yep. Maximum maybe 3-4 days. 3-4 days. I would expect to see a pullback on this in this coin. But very nice rally, yeah? Because I called this I think maybe 2 weeks ago, around here, around $30, and now here my target was 35 and maximum 37, and now it's 40. Very good. And this coin, I remember what is name, DXE. One moment. Okay. On 1 day chart, my god, what happened with my chart? Sorry, this is a stock. Sorry. Here. Okay, as in weekly chart, no, of course not. This is just sideways. I will say this is just distribution pattern. I cannot use indicators here because this is just too young. So, but look at this. Look at the wicks. Every time when it's trying to go to the upside, this is distribution. Every time when this coin is doing something like this, every time people are dumping many times. So you are thinking to buy this, maybe wait for the correction. In some point, I am expecting, honestly, maybe in the long term, we will see maybe $15 around there. For example, for a million token, remember, we had to wait maybe 2 or 3 months to see the target, my target hit $10. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. I am looking for this coin, actually. I was looking for this one. I entered here in long position here, and now I am still open. It's still open. But why is because this one? I want to show you here why. This is simple. You see, breaking the MA55, testing the MA55, and we have the potential sell buy signal here, around here. So testing, and from that to the upside. It's very simple. Okay. So of course, maybe today, based on the price action of Bitcoin, maybe I'm gonna close my position for this coin. Weekly chart is still in sideways, as you can see here. I don't have a strong opinion with Bitcoin Cash, but yeah, one day chart, 4 hour chart. Let me see. Of course, you are trading 4 hour chart. You should. This is not the time to buy. Actually, this is the area for selling. Maximum maybe 640, around there. Okay, guys. I think we are almost finishing. Let me see a little bit more Bitcoin. I want to see 4 hour chart, because 4 hour chart is for the next 24 hours. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3 strikes. So in the next slope here, I am finally expecting for the next pullback, major pullback. You are bullish on Bitcoin and you want to trade 4 hour. You want to trade Bitcoin. Wait for the next pullback in 4 hour chart. So remember here, every time when Bitcoin is testing the MA55 in 4 hour, it's bouncing. So every time, 1 time, 2 times, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see other tests maybe around. Well, if that happened now, right now, it's gonna be $55,000. But I will say, just wait, be patient, and just wait for the pullback. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. And see